believe that what Dr. Roberts stand by is treat the kid first, the company will grow. And I've seen it just being here just for a few months, and it's beautiful. So.
When they smile or they come and give you a hug afterwards, it just melts your heart and just makes you want to continue doing it.
My favorite part about being a dentist at Kids Dental Brands is just getting to see kids every single day. They bring so much joy to you and they make you smile and laugh, and at the end of the day you know that you helped somebody.
I'm gonna be completely honest, but I love coming to work and getting through my day and knowing that, you know, I did all this work, I met so many kiddos, and I'm actually doing the service and changing, you know, their attitude toward dentistry.
I do like being a goofball. I get to talk about Minions and watch Disney movies all day.
I think you should start early. Start looking for a job early.
Try to visit the office even before you get an interview. Ask them if you could shadow. Get a feel of like the interaction in the office before you even start or want to get interviewed for that position. Shadowing is really, really important. I'd say that's the biggest thing, is if you can shadow dental office for a whole day and not just even for an hour, because everything could look really good for an hour.
If I had to talk to a D4 and they are going through the job hunting process, I think the first thing they would need to do is figure out what they want. A lot of times they tell us new grads that just, you know, get a job. Just get a job so you can make some money and pay those loans off. I 100% understand where they're coming from, but I'm the type of person that I kind of need a bit of my happiness. Because if you're not happy, you're not going to enjoy what you're doing.
I would like to look for employment that is fulfilling to me.
Advice I would give my D1 self is network, network, network.
So the funniest thing that's happened to me so far was during a hygiene check. There was like a 3 or 4 year old girl, and one of her teeth was loose. And so we encouraged her, like, oh, you need to wiggle this tooth. But aren't you excited for the tooth fairy to come? And she just looks at me with these scary eyes. And she was like, no, I don't want the tooth fairy to come. She might have coronavirus.
I think every day though, you know, something you don't expect definitely happens. And, you know, we always have a good laugh, be able to kind of goof off and have some fun. You know, especially the kids. Kids will do and say some of the craziest things you don't expect.
Say one of the greatest things are my patients. I love working with kids. I never realized that till I really started this job.
So I was treating a 5-year-old patient actually just last week, and he needed 2 crowns back to back on S and T, so over here on the bottom right. He was like, I don't want those silver teeth, I don't want those. And so I told him I would put a Spider-Man tattoo on his silver crown, and then he agreed that he would let me do the silver crowns. So we did them, and I told him while I was doing it, I was like, all right, here's your Spider-Man tattoo. And then we finished, and as he was walking out of the operatory, going out into the waiting room to check out, every single person he walks by, he's showing them, and he says, here's my Spider-Man tattoo, do you see it? It's on my tooth right here. And that just makes me laugh. And even now when I think about doing crowns, I just think about how he was so proud of his Spider-Man tattoo.
When they're nervous, I go get my phone and show them pictures of my cat, and he's usually dressed in costumes, so I'm like, is this a reindeer or a kitty cat? Is this Santa Claus or a kitty cat? And it gets them thinking, and they think it's so funny, they relax.
So my first day went super well. I think I was more nervous just anticipating the day, and then it was just, I felt comfortable.
My first day, I showed up to the office, brought some donuts. Everybody thought I was a patient and then also a dental assistant. So they asked me if I needed to get some x-rays taken.
Has any doctor taken care of you? They're like, oh no, the assistants came and did the cleaning, so you're okay. We're just waiting for the doctor. And I'll be like, oh well, I am the doctor.
So for my first day of work, I was of course nervous. Just because I didn't know what to expect. I was worried about like, oh, will they like me? Will I look too young? Will I not like the staff that I'm working with? But walking in, it was mostly shadowing, but I could get the vibe right away that these people were awesome. They were really friendly to me. The staff was really friendly and really outgoing, and just everyone was just willing to help me and embrace me.
Yeah, after dental school, you think you know a lot of things, but you really don't.
You don't know what all you think you should know when you start. That's why it's good to have a mentor program.
Like, I'm not just in the background as a student who doesn't know anything and has to be taught. I feel like right now it's my time to basically put into practice what I've learned all these years, and I like it.
So I don't miss being checked on everything, and I don't miss studying.
So some things I've really enjoyed after graduation are being able to utilize my judgment and my skills without having to get every single step checked by an instructor, as I'm sure many of you have experienced. The other thing I really enjoy is having great assistants. So in school, you either partner up or you'll work on your own, and you'll see that when you have a good dental assistant by your side, you're able to do procedures that much quicker and that much more efficiently.
I also enjoy exams aren't 3 hours long as they were in school, and I really don't miss dental school at all, but I know I had to go through that to be where I am today.
There are several things that I don't miss about being in dental school. I often felt like I was in dental school that I was being not taken advantage of, but people didn't really appreciate what I was doing for them. But I just feel like in my day-to-day life now, you know, people are very thankful for what we're doing for their children.
The first thing that comes to mind would be receiving money for the work that you're doing and not having to pay money for the work that you're doing. That's a big perk.
And I just, what was the question?
I was still hesitant, but when I was there, like I met other doctors, I felt that warm fuzzy feeling that everyone was telling me about.
Okay, I think you'll have to edit that out.
Overall, now that I've graduated, sorry.
You can move them a little.
Okay.
Yeah, not so great at that stuff. Man, this is bright.
I have that spot on me. Is it gonna show up bad, do you think? I could not get it off.
My heart's racing right now. So, yeah.
Is it just up here, or are you getting full? Do I look at the camera, or do I look at you? Okay.
My favorite color is currently yellow.
Actually, let me scrap that. Let me scrap that.